Erev Shabbos, Parshas, Teruma, we go through the building, the infrastructure of the Beis HaMikdash, and the Mishkan, the predecessor of the Beis HaMikdash. You think that, well, where's all the stories? Where's the practical halacha? And Ramban says that this was the whole point of creation. The world was manufactured, so to speak, so that Hashem could create and engender this presence in the Olamas Tachtonim. The Malachim told the Rebbeinu Shalom that no, don't go down there. It's not pas for the Echadoch and Miuchad to be in a Gashmistic world. And the Rebbeinu Shalom says, "You're right. I'm going down." It's a funny conversation. What he was saying is that you're right, that I have to be mechabed myself. Like the Rebbeinu Shalom, as the Rebbeinu Shalom, there is a certain amount of cover that is necessary, all of it. He says, you don't understand. The greatest covered Shemayim comes from that world. This world that those shoddy little human beings live in. If they're mechabed me, despite their lack of intuition of spirituality, it says so much more than malachim, than angels, recognizing, respecting, and being mamlech. It's Parshas Teruma. One of the things in the Parsha is we have the menorah, and Medrash tells us that Shimon HaMatzuni, the Greeks told him he was a traitor, unless he was off the derech. The Greeks told him, you know what? You've been such a good bad guy. You could go into the Beis HaMikdash and pillage anything you'd like, and it's your plunder. You get to keep it. He says, great. He goes in, comes out with, I don't know, what would you pick? I've always wanted to see the tachash. I don't know. Second to the tachash. The menorah. Or the kodesh, but if you're not so spiritually inclined. Menorah. It's practical. Erev Shabbos. You can give it to the Rebbetzin. Anyway, he comes out with the menorah, and the Greek's like, nah. This is way too chashuv for the likes of you. Go and take something else. And he says, no. They say, no, go in. No. The kids are... They mamish, they threatened, they killed him. There's this shreklach thing. He refused to go back in. Panovich Rav says, what happened? This guy's the Rosh of all Marushas. He's the one that let the Greeks in. He's the one that walked into the Kodesh. Could be he peeked into Kodesh Kodashim too. He walks out with the menorah from the Beis HaMikdash with the Shechina Shaira. What happened? Now suddenly he's such a fromak. Yeah. Rav says, yeah. When you encounter the Rebbeinu Shalom, you are a different person. When you encounter spirituality, when you encounter inspiration, you're a different person. Now, obviously, the question is what you do with that. Shimon HaMatzuni took it to heart and said, you know what? I just experienced something magnificent. I was just face to face with the Shechina. I'm not going back. I'm not going to defile what I now realize is so great. When Ryan Kotler heard this Vort, he has the kasha. Think about it. You're telling me that he goes in, he's in the heichel, and bam, mamash about tshuva. You can imagine. Whoa, inspiration. So why do you walk out with the menorah? It's a good kasha. Ryan Kotler explains that when you're in the moment, you don't fully appreciate what you're experiencing. You need a debrief. So very often we look back and hop, wow, that was crazy, that was beautiful, that was horrible, that was a life-changing experience. And when you're experiencing it, it is. This is what's happening. There's a troop of soldiers, I think it was back in the Lebanese war. And it could be this is the last time they went to Gaza. The cast lead. The Arabs, they set up booby traps everywhere. They lured in the Israeli army, as they do, and then once they have them in their territory, they try capturing, they try killing, and they set up traps everywhere. There was one brigade that was walking through a tunnel, dark tunnel. They had their flashlights on, but it was dark. They can light the place up. You never know who's going to pop out. They were walking through. Mom was like saying Tehillim under their breath. And the commander suddenly tells everyone to halt. Okay. They don't hear a sound. What's the matter? He sees in front of him, it's like his eyes are playing tricks. They're tired. I mean, you know what it's like to be in war. No one should know what this is. But he thinks he's saying things. He sees a dove right in front of him in midair, but it's not flying. There's just a dove just like standing in midair. And he's just like, what's happening? So he points his flashlight at this dove just to make sure he's seeing straight. And he sees that this dove is sitting on a wire, a trip wire, with explosives at either end. The Parshas is when you experience something like that. So, military protocol, you disarm the bombs, fight the Gagangid. When you come back home a week later, and you sit down like, what was that dove doing there? Like we were 3 inches from the entire infrastructure collapsing on us. And then you get a chance to process it. That's when it hits you like, your mama saved my life. But to actually see those moments when we're in the moment, take a second to appreciate how beautiful what we're experiencing is. Even how painful it is to be living in that moment. And, not to take the menorah with us. But the menorah should come to us. The light of the menorah should reach us. And Be'ezer Hashem, we should have beautiful, beautiful experiences. To be able to remember what your chuppah looked like, to be able to remember what all the beautiful things in your life are. We should experience them as they happen. And Be'ezer Hashem together will experience Mashiach. And like, there's nothing that is unfathomable like Mashiach. And Be'ezer Hashem will be able to fathom it. Good Shabbos.